Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be talking about the characters that we can claim from the missions for Survival Road stages. There are 3 separate ones, and it's the Domination Part 1, 2 and 3. One for 50 stages, which you can see I've completed up there, and then one for 100 and one for 150. And you can select one of 4 characters in each one. I'm going to be going through the characters and basically saying which ones I think is a good idea to actually claim. Now first off, it has been confirmed that tournament roads, so that means Survival Road tournaments, will count towards these stage completions, which is great. So basically after the first couple of Survival Road tournaments, I think the majority of veterans at least will be able to have claimed all 3 of these. So the first character that we can get, which I think a lot of people either have claimed already or may be doing what I'm doing right now, is going to be either Carl, who is also available from doing the monthly pass. He's the first month's reward. If you ever do the monthly pass, he's the first one you get. And then we get Rick, who is available, has been available in 5-star tokens for a very long time. I'm not sure if he's still in there or not, but he was. I mean, I got a few of him. I think he was in Ascendance for a period. There is Dale, who, as far as I know, this is the only way you can get Dale. So that's something to worth noting. And then there's Herschel, who wasn't available for a very long time and then was in 5-star tokens. I think he made it into Ascendance as well. So for this one, I would definitely say pick Dale. If you're a new player to the game, Dale's a good pick as well, because he has a medium drop bonus for items, which is going to help you in terms of your progression. Me personally, I'm just going to hold off claiming him for the moment, just because my roster's pretty packed. You can just leave it like I have and claim when your roster's a bit clearer. So that's what I'm going to do. But when I do claim, it's almost 99.999% going to be Dale. So close to 100% that is 100% basically. I've got all the other 3 characters on 1 region. The other regions I think I've only got 2, but unless, like, I think Herschel I've only got on 1 region. Unless he becomes a Ascender and he's insane, I'm probably not going to claim. Dell, this is the only way you can get him. So, and if he becomes ascendable in the future, yeah, he'll be pretty good. Now the next one is 100 stages, and it's Scout, Mirabelle, Michonne, and Laurie. For Scout, he's available in the supply depot, so I wouldn't claim him, unless, again, you don't have enough supply depot tokens. If you're new to the game and he is already ascendable and he looks good to you, maybe. But right now he's not ascendable. He's not even in a list or anything, so there's nothing to worry about. Laurie is available in 5-star token. She's the one on the far right. She is good. I think if you're new to the game, she is good. I think she's in the top 2 if you're new to the game. But she is available in 5-star token, so you have got other means of getting her. Like, you could claim her in this, and like within the next 2 weeks get her anyway. Whereas the middle 2, Michonne, this is the only way you can get her right now, from what I can tell. This is the only way you can get this Michonne. She isn't ascendable. None of these 4 characters are ascendable, so there's nothing like extra you can get with any of these characters just yet. And then Mirabelle, she is available in Prestige, but Prestige is really hard to even get a 5-star, let alone get a specific 5-star. So, I mean, you could get her. I mean, you may not. And that's why, for me, I'm actually just going to hold off on claiming this one. I'm going to complete it, and I'm just going to let it sit. If any of these characters become ascendable, I'll claim them if I don't have them and if they're good. Otherwise, I'll just let it sit. But it's most likely going to be Mirabelle and Michonne, the middle 2 that I claim on this one. If you're new to the game, I'd say Mirabelle is a really good pick, just because she has a really nice rush. It's a good heal. It's a good defense buff. It's going to help you in Faction Assault. It's going to help you in Survival Road. It's going to help you in World Map. It's going to help you in Road Map. It's going to be fairly decent for raids as well, from a lower tier level of raids. A higher tier, not so much. Now the last part, you actually get an ascendable character, 1 of 4. And there's 1 of each trait in each of these. It's all 1 of each trait. So the first one we have is an alert character, which is Rosita. Then we have a fast character, who is Sandy. Then a strong character, who is Victor, and a tough character, who is Yumiko. Now Rosita is one of the only alert characters who is a healer at 6-star. The other ones are within sort of premieres. You can have some healers in there. And even within 5 stars themselves, there aren't that many alert healers. This is quite a rare thing to have. The next one is Sandy, who I think is one of the better characters in here as well, has Waste Not. It's a shame she didn't keep her Decapitate as a 5-star to a 6-star, but Waste Not isn't too bad either. She does a big hit and she debuffs the characters around her, around them. So basically, she's going to be really good for raids. She's good for other parts of the game as well, but she's really good for raids. Victor, I'd say, is probably not the best in terms of raids. He's going to be okay for world map and stuff, but neutralize is not as effective as it once was within raids because it's a 1-turn impair. People can have impair resist, and this can actually just not work. Whereas once upon a time, before mods, neutralize was a guarantee, and it would always impair basically for 1 turn. Yumiko has been available, probably the most widely available of these 4 characters in 5-star tokens, so I wouldn't pick her up because I think she'll be added elsewhere in the future. Like she could be added to supply depot, she could be re-added to 5-star tokens in the future, you just don't know. And as a 6-star, she has got Cutthroat. I think Cutthroat is actually pretty decent, but within range teams, you don't really get many, you know, debuffing statuses except for maybe stun from Mirabelle. Whereas in melee teams, you get a lot because they have stun on attack, because they have, you know, Shiva as well, you know, you get confuses and stuff. This is going to be more useful. So, but I wouldn't claim this character unless you're new to the game and Yumiko's like your favorite character, then go ahead. But I'd say the 2 on the left are probably the best choices. Sandy's good for raids and she's going to be good for everything else, whereas Rosita is good for everything else. Maybe okay for raids in really particular teams. She's maybe a very niche pick. She has to have very good damage dealers around her. She's probably only going to be good for attack teams, and that's mainly because she has impair and stun remove, and that's going to be really good as a 6-star. She has an 80% heal as well, which is quite nice. 50% first turn, 30% the next turn. But in terms of alert healers, they're very rare. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I was going to look at this video in terms of who to select. And if you've got if you're selecting someone different than me, give me your reasoning. Why are you selecting someone different here? Is it your favorite character? Just tell me. Same with here. What are you doing here? Like I said, I'm holding out here. I'm selecting Dale here, but I'm holding out just because my roster's packed. And for this one, I'm probably going to be selecting Rosita for both regions just because she's going to be useful in every part of the game. Not so much raids, but faction assault and stuff. Decent road maps where it comes up against S7 teams, and alert healers are very hard to come by. Also, like I said earlier on, the confirmation that tournament road stages do count towards this means most of you will get yours in the next week or 2. So do tell me which ones you're going to pick. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.